Hi, Good Thing Fitness fam. I'm Yanka, your Christian fitness trainer. And right now, I'm going to share with you guys a testimony about healing. Last week, one of my relatives, um, who I really, really love and admire and respect, um, just came down with a sickness, you know, seizures and just different things going on, and no one knew what was going on. So I got this text. And what happened was I felt this heaviness trying to come over me, this grief, you know. Hi, Miss Dee Dee, how you doing? But I felt such a heaviness trying to come over me, you know. And then I got in my car and I left home. I told my husband, I said, I'll be back. But I drove and I just began to pray. You know, I prayed in the spirit. And as I prayed, you know, I reminded God first of his word. You know, you will bless those who bless me. That's what your word says. And this relative has been just such a blessing in my life, like all through growing up, just such a blessing. I love this relative so much. So I'm just, speaking to the Father. And then as I prayed in the Spirit, such a peace just came over me, just such a peace. And then after that, I went back home, and all was well. And so no one knew what was going on. But after that, the next day, he went into the emergency room and was there, and his blood level, everything was off. And then the very next day, he was released. Everything had just turned around. And so before that, I called my mom and was like, Mom, everything's going to be okay. I got the peace of God. I know that all will be well. And sure enough, that very next day, he was released and all was well. And, I've been talking to him and just, I praise God, for his word and for his promises. Because if we believe him and take these promises and live them out, they just come to pass. God is faithful and we have a covenant with him. You know, he says in his word, he said, put me in remembrance of my word. And that's what we ought to do. So that's just, an encouragement for you. Whatever you're dealing with or you're praying for someone else, believe and trust that God will do exactly what he says he will do. He is not a vain babbler. You take that word, you put it before him, you meditate that word, because the more you meditate that word, you think on it, you speak it out, you're going to begin to believe it. Just like anything else, you speak and speak and speak something, eventually you're going to believe it. So that's why we have to take that word and meditate it. Just I always say Joshua 1:8. He told Joshua, he said, you meditate on this book of the law so you can make your way successful. And that's for all areas and aspects of life. We take his word, we meditate on it, and it's going to make every way successful. So that's all I have. I just wanted to encourage you because, like, I love listening to testimonies myself. And then when I get, I have plenty of them, but I want to share as much as possible because I want you to be encouraged. And, trust God and just believe him because he is trustworthy and he is a covenant keeper and you can take his word to the bank. So that's all I have. Sister Dee Dee, thank you for joining me tonight. And I'll see y'all again real soon. Bye. Oh, you're so welcome.